Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in Fargo, North Dakota, where we're just one show away from the next PLE of the year, JWE Extreme Rules. With all of our champions taking a break tonight to preserve their strengths for Sunday, it is time for all our contenders to shine and prove why they deserve a shot at the championship belt. Who will be the ones to show that they have the mettle to compete for the belt on Sunday? Get ready for a night of high intensity offense, because this is Eclipse. And starting off our night with a match in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, it is Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
From Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 300 pounds, the engineer, Dr. England.
And Eggman taking a more managerial role as of late, especially with Raiden over in J-Ramada. But he's here in the ring, showing that he can also compete, hopefully at a high level. And his opponent, it is the fourth chairman. It is the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu. And referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Kiryu winning the grapple, sending Eggman immediately into the corner crossbody, or the corner splash rather. And just jamming the knee right into the canvas. And again. Kiryu working on that base. Now stepping right on his egg gut. And Kiryu, not bad fundamentals, you know. Starting off attacking the lower body, attacking the legs, attacking the stomach area, the body. Play the long game. He's not headhunting right now, as Kiryu, after the elbow drop, going for the pin, only one count. And Eggman really unable to do anything early on. Kiryu's been in full control with a running knee to the side of the head. Kiryu middle rope, elbow drop. And another pin attempt. There's 1, 2, and Eggman kicks out. Forcing Eggman back up to his feet again. Russian leg sweep. And the ground and pound. Eggman back up to his feet, looking to get a little bit of offense going, but Kiryu immediately sending him with the forearm shiver. Arm dragon now Kiryu. strong backhand, going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Eggman again gets his shoulder up. But can he get anything going? Kiryu, Tiger Drop. And the pin, there's 1, 2. Eggman again getting his shoulder up, showing his resiliency. It's not going to crack that easily, but... well, he's been a bit inoffensive this match. Kiryu, top rope. Looking for the crossbody, but Eggman getting out of the way and finally hitting with a single strike. So Eggman's not going to get shut out. Looking for the belly-to-belly suplex, but Kiryu with the reversal. And the ground and pound stomp to the chest. Standing double leg drop kick from Kiryu, and again the stomp to the stomach. And some more ground and pounds. I'm honestly really surprised that Eggman has been unable to do anything. Okay, he reverses the signature. Picking up Kiryu over the shoulders, sending him snake eyes in the corner. I think it's a little bit too late for a comeback, though. But he's certainly trying. He is absolutely trying. Kiryu out onto the apron. Eggman lining up the spear. Kiryu's immediately back in. Eggman not doing anything, allowing Kiryu to hit the RKO. And Eggman with the reversal on the apron, climbing back in, but immediately taken down by the clothesline. And now Kiryu in the sharpshooter. And Eggman fighting his way out. Kiryu's not really known for his technical prowess. He's more of a striker. Eggman watching as Kiryu exits and re-enters the ring, sending the dragon for an Irish whip. Scoop slam. It's got to take the wind out of you, and a headbutt for good measure. Well, early on in the match, I thought that Kiryu dominance was a foregone conclusion, but Eggman, he's making a comeback. Kiryu is still fighting his way out as well. Eggman with the reversal. What's the saying? It ain't over until it's over. Eggman certainly showing that here. And now, oh no. Oh, no, okay. Just the egg scrambler. I thought Eggman was gonna tiger drop Kiryu. There's one, there's two. Kiryu kicks out. Up, over, single shoulder suplex. And Eggman looking for the leg drop. Kiryu rolling out of the way. Not sure if that was on purpose or completely accidental. Kiryu stomped to the jaw. In the corner, heading up top. High risk. Looking for an even larger reward. Crossbody. And forcing Eggman up to his feet. And Kiryu again setting up the sharpshooter. Or I guess that would be Boston Crab. I'm not sure. And Eggman again fighting out. Yeah, I'm not super well versed in my submission holds. I know an armbar, I know a guillotine hold, I know a triangle choke. That's about it. Eggman forcing Kiryu up over the shoulder, sending him again. Snake eyes in the corner. Another backbreaker from Eggman and dragging Kiryu away from the ropes, away from the corner, stomp to the spine, turning him around. And the egg drop. And now Eggman, crossbody, pin attempt. This could be it, honestly. There's one, there's two, and Kiryu doesn't kick out. And Eggman. The comeback. Like I said, I thought Kiryu's dominance was a foregone conclusion in the early parts of that match. But Eggman fighting his way back, picking his battles, and eventually coming home victorious. And for our next matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is the bear of the TV world. It is Teddie.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Creed brothers from the internet, weighing in at 123 pounds, the bear, Teddie.
Not me punching my mic stand. Yeah, Teddie. I never know what to make of him. Like, one match he's dominant, triple threat specifically, and then the next he just doesn't do anything. Inconsistent. Inconsistent, that's what he is. Well, not entirely. He's consistently inconsistent. And his opponent looking to finally win after what, like 5 or 6 losses in a row. He's been demanding matches backstage, just trying to get a win. It is the Phantom Fox, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It's Yusuke Kitagawa. And yeah, I think he's on maybe like a 5 or 6 match losing streak right now. But like I said, backstage he's been demanding that we give him another chance. He knows he can pull off a win. Eventually. Will tonight be the night? Or has his luck just run out? And a matchup between the two most disappointing matches in the roulette match a couple of weeks ago. Neither competitor really doing anything against Nagito. And now facing off against each other, Teddie with the early offense. Top rope springboard, Fox rolls out of the way. Knee to the thigh. Again and again. Fox, he's been... I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. Not disappointing. I mean, yeah, he's been disappointing, but... just doesn't have the poise. Just can't seem to put matches away. Ground and pound stomp to the chest, going for the pin. Teddie's probably going to kick out. Yep, there we go. Teddie kicks out at 1. Bit too early, but always want to put up the pressure. Fox with a hold. Triangle hold from behind. And Teddie immediately slipping the grasp. Yusuke middle rope moonsault connects. Pin, there's 1, there's 2, Teddie kicks out. Fox lining up a spear. And now heading up top, looking to add a little bit more injury. Single leg dropkick, but Teddie pushes it away. And sending Yusuke back into the ring. Climbing in himself. Fox looking to go for the ropes for a springboard, but Teddie just putting his arm out, catching him in a clothesline that Teddie, he didn't really have to do much there. Facebuster. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2, Fox kicks out. Standing double leg dropkick. Moonsault off the top rope. And now it's Fox's turn to head to the apron to try to catch his breath. And seeing Teddie coming, getting his knees up, but of just completely missing the kick. And Teddie again with the facebuster pin. There's 1, there's 2, and Fox kicks out. Another match, slipping away from his grasp. Kicking out, so he's not completely done. Now Fox lining up the spinning back heel kick. And now the strong style knees. I think that's a Kushinda. I forget. Maybe. There's 1, there's 2, and... well, I'll be. Wasn't the cleanest of wins, but... all roads gotta lead, or gotta start somewhere. Welcome back, Yusuke. Whether for a week or for the next months to come, welcome back. Now over to the women's side for our first women's cruiserweight match of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Queen of Liars, the ultimate gambler, Celestia Ludenberg. And her opponent, it is your former women's cruiserweight champion. It is the Plague Doctor, Lexibor. And now, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. Celeste immediately looking for the slap. Lexi immediately looking for the kick, both blocked. Celeste with a neck breaker. Right hands sending Lexi into the southwest corner, turning her around. Elbow to the upper spine, and again sending the Plague Doctor for a run into the northwest corner. Chicken wing, sit out powerbomb, and a roll up. There's one. Lexi kicks out. Celeste heading up top. What is she thinking here? Frog splash, or excuse me, a flying crossbody. There's one. Lexi again kicks out. Didn't quite have the motion for a frog splash. And Lexi finally getting out. Stomp to the chest. Pushing Celeste down, going for the pin. There's one. Celeste kicks out at one. Arm drag, arm breaker into the Pele kick. Celeste rolling out of the way of the stomp. Irish whip tripping Lexi. Forcing her back up to her feet, turning her around. And sleeper hold applied. Headlock cinched in. And Lexi fighting out. Middle rope roundhouse kick. Pin. There's one. Celeste still kicking out just at one. I don't think a count has ever gone to 2 in this match. Spinning back heel kick. That might change it. No, Lexi heads to the corner. And tuning up the band. Preparing to play some sweet chin music. Going for the pin. There's one. There's two. And Celeste gets her shoulder up just before 3. Lexi with the half-hitch knee raises. Heading up top. Looking to fly with a leg drop, with a knee drop. And forcing Celeste back up to her feet. Celeste taking Lexi down with a headbutt. Turning things around. Nice bluff. Irish whip. Arm drag. And Lexi with the reversal right back. In the corner, setting up the cyclone kick. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Celeste not kicking out.
Here is your winner,
Lexi, you know, she is still a strong title contender. Just a shame that there are 3 others in the division with her. Oh, not necessarily. It does make things quite interesting. And now for our first tag team match of the evening. Introducing first. It is Kaede Akamatsu and Maki Harukawa. It is the Killer Tunes. Or should I say, Miss Money in the Bank, Maki Harukawa. Still the Killer Tunes, though. And their opponents, they are your former tag team champions, and I want to see you dancing because it's Poppy QT and Hatsune Miku, the Cyber Idols. And Maki, Miku, the first in the ring. Referee rings the bell as they meet in the middle. Maki immediately scoop slam takedown. And forcing Miku back up to her feet. Sending her over to the corner. Uppercut to the stomach and tagging in Kaede. Double Irish whip. Double shoulder tackle. Nice tag team attack. And sending Miku into the corner. Flying forearm stomp to the stomach. And a stomp to the chest. Kaede forcing Miku back up to her feet, sending her into the corner, and tagging Maki back in. Another Irish whip into the double shoulder tackle. And the stomps to the hand. Miku catching the kick. And sending Maki into the corner. Turning her around. Now just kicking on the calf. More stomps in the corner. I wonder what lit a fire underneath Miku. As she tags in Poppy. Double snap mirror. Double kicks. And for good measure, the wheelbarrow senton, because why not? Poppy with the stomps to the hand. Pin attempt. Maki kicks out before the 1. Maki kicking Poppy off of her. And Poppy pushing Maki away and again pushing her away. Fisherman's submission hold, but Maki fights out. So Poppy goes to it right back again. And Maki again fights out immediately. And now an interceptor out of nowhere. Maki with the arm breaker. Pin attempt. But Poppy kicks out. Maki tags out. Kaede's in the ring. And Kaede looking for a tackle. But Poppy getting her knee up. Deflecting that to the side, but Kaede with a facebuster and a soccer ball kick to the stomach, just preventing a tag out. Springboard, flying forearm, Poppy stepping out of the way. Irish whip, tagging in Miku. Another double shoulder tackle. And Kaede with the reversal Irish whip, sending sending Miku to the outside, and now sending Poppy off the apron. And just tagging in Maki. Maki with another spear. And sending Miku for an Irish whip. Sling blade, or a kind of sling blade. There's the pin attempt. There's 1, there's 2, and Miku kicks out. Maki sending Miku into the corner. Just working on the upper arm. And now tagging in the pianist. Clothesline, sending Miku right into the big boot. Here comes the pin, and here comes Poppy to break it up. Miku finally fighting out of the corner. Middle rope. Shotgun drop kick. And Kaede just walking Miku into the corner. Miku fighting out. Suplex. And now Miku just cranking the neck. Honestly, I highly doubt that she's a certified chiropractor. Now Miku just tagging out, keeping things simple. Poppy with a jumping facebuster, and getting Kaede, getting her revenge on Kaede with that soccer ball kick to the stomach. Miku's back in the ring, sending Kaede into the corner, and just dragging the arm across the face, and again. Top rope moonsault. Connects, and now Maki in the ring to break up the pin. Miku to the outside. Miku, you could have just headed to the top rope, the southeast top rope, just, in the ring, my girl. Kaede, knees to the stomach in the corner, trapping Miku. Tossing her back into the corner, tagging Maki back in. And another missile. This time surface to air. Air to surface. Maki with the reversal, looking for the drop kick to the legs, but Poppy just pushing that aside. Maki with the reversal. Poppy the reversal right back. Maki fighting out of the grapple. And all of a sudden, this match is coming to life. Maki trying to throw Poppy back into the ring, but Miku getting in the way. Well, her dead body getting in the way. And now Maki with the ground and pound in the corner on the outside. Referee 4 count. I'd prefer it if you got back into the ring. There's 6. Maki making her way back in. 7. Poppy. There's 8. And Maki's back along the outside. Right at the count of 9. That's going to reset the count. Poppy's back into the ring. Maki just staring down Miku. Maki, what's your plan? Okay, okay, sure, whatever. Poppy not playing any games, just a lawn dart to the top rope. And now Poppy with the pin attempt. There's 1. Maki kicks out. And now Poppy tagging out. Miku's back in. Double leg drop kick. And now Poppy. Or excuse me, Miku. With the backflip moonsault, or with the cartwheel moonsault, Kaede breaks up the pin attempt. And here we go, standing shooting star press. There's one, there's two, and Maki kicks out on her own strength. Miku with the head scissor elbows, applying even more pressure, but Maki kicks Miku away from her, and now setting her up for the F5. And Poppy comes in for the rescue. Maki tagging out. Surprised they didn't go for a tag team attack there, because I feel like that could have put Miku away. But Kaede with an arm breaker. Forcing Miku back up to her feet. Single shoulder suplex. And here we go, lining up the signature kick to the stomach. And DDT. And the nonchalant pin, there's one, there's two, and Miku doesn't kick out. Remember what I said last week about Maki not exactly participating well in tag team matches? I stand corrected. That was phenomenal. Both teams, phenomenal. And now for our next matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is the Ringmaster, Jaren.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 155 pounds, Jaren!
And Jaren showing himself to be a force to be reckoned with in the men's cruiserweight division. Just hasn't quite had the opportunity to fight for the championship belt, but that could be remedied, that might be remedied on Sunday. And his opponent, it is the Blue Jay, Jayden Moon. Your former Mr. Nexus champion. Told me backstage that he's okay with not being champion anymore. In fact, he kind of prefers it, considering just how much stress being a champion caused him. And now he can just sort of vibe. He can just do his own thing. He can just, like I said, he can just kind of vibe. And I respect it. Jaren and Jayden staring each other down. Two polar opposite superstars in two polar opposite corners. Jaren with the early onslaught. Jayden with the blocks, but eventually the punches find their way through. And Jayden with a knee drop, forcing Jaren back up to his feet, walking him to the northern ropes. And now setting him over the top. And a spear sending them both to the outside. Very Royal Rumble-esque. And actually, now that I think about it, if this was a Royal Rumble, Jayden wouldn't be eliminated, right? Because he went through the middle rope and not over the top rope. Jaren absolutely would, but I don't think Jayden would. Unless there's like a self, leaving the ring rule or whatever. Jaren, at the 8 count, really needs to get back into the ring, and he does. Jayden sending Jaren tumbling to the outside yet again. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere match, but it really does feel like it. Backbreaker into the facebuster. Jayden picking Jaren back up, but Jaren sending him down. And the ground and pounds. And just tossing Jayden back into the ring. Jaren climbing in after him. And oh yeah, by the way, a few months too late, but to the real Jaren, who was the inspiration for Jaren's ring name. 1 second, there's two. Jayden kicks out. To Jaren, who went to Antarctica in December. Congratulations! I mean, yeah, a few months removed, but congratulations, dude. It's must be challenging to completely overturn your worldview like that, but I have mad respect for you right now. Anyway, Jaren heading up top. Elbow drop connects. Jayden with the moonsault into an elbow drop. And looking for the knee drop of Jaren rolling out of the way. Jayden getting his elbow out. And a rolling gut buster. Tossing Jaren back into the corner, pulling him away. Scoop slam. Okay, now is probably not the best time to do your upper body workout, Jayden. Grabbing Jaren from behind, turning him around, Irish whip, arm drag, and forcing Jaren back up to his feet. Pulling him away. Middle rope roundhouse kick. And forcing Jaren back up to his feet. A reverse Pele kick. Backflip kick. And a kneeling neck breaker. And I just realized we haven't exited the ring in like 5 minutes. Congratulations, guys. You know how to stay in the damn ring. It's a miracle. Jayden pushing Jaren into the corner. Another scoop slam. And now middle rope. Looking for something big here. Looking for the heel kick, but Jaren rolling out of the way. But Jayden now over the shoulders, face buster. And the pin, there's one. Jaren kicks out. Surprisingly, still only one count. Bottom rope senton finds its mark. Another pin attempt. There's one. There's two. Jaren kicks out. Tornado kick missing. Jaren with a float over. Satellite DDT off the middle rope. And we're heading back to the outside, or we already are to the outside. Jaren lining up a signature along the outside. Cradle into the facebuster, nearly catching the steel steps. Referee desperately telling them to get back into the ring. Jaren telling Jayden to get back up to his feet, pleading for him to get back up to his feet. He's not, so he forces him up to his feet. And walks him back to the ring, but no, Jayden elbowing out. There's 9, Jayden back in. Jaren's in the ring right before 10, like literally milliseconds before 10. The Blue Jay looking to fly. Leg drop. And the pin, there's one, there's two, and Jaren still not going down. Jayden forcing him back up to his feet. But Jaren elbowing out. Both superstars still having a ton of fight in them. Middle rope drop kick. Jaren going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Jayden kicks out. Cradle. Facebuster. I think that's it. There's one. There's two. And Jayden's been grounded. Jaren picking up the 3 count. And he is absolutely proving why he should be fighting for the belt on Sunday. And who's to say he's not? Who's to say he's not going to? Not me. And for our next matchup of the evening, which is sure to be a high-flying one, introducing first, it is Humanity's Companion, and surprisingly always a championship contender. It is Sophie. And her opponent, representing the Cyber Idols, it is Ibuki Mioda. Sophie and Ibuki staring each other down. And now referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle, with Sophie immediately running towards running away from Ibuki and hitting the springboard Hurricane Rana. But Ibuki kicking herself out. Bunny punch to the back of the head, and again a rabbit punch rather. Picking up Sophie by the neck and dropping her down. Sophie to the outside, Ibuki following her crossbody. Ibuki looking for the stomp, but Sophie rolling out of the way. Ibuki hitting the clothesline. Turning Sophie around. And a head scissor toss. Sophie elbowing out. Referees count up to 4. Sophie trying to head back into the ring, and Ibuki saying, why don't I help you with that? Ibuki's walking Sophie to the corner, sending her just face first into the corner. And Sophie elbowing out. Springboard, wheelbarrow, facebuster. Now a shot right to the kidneys. Forcing Ibuki back up to his feet. Chicken wing. Pendulum backbreaker. And a double foot stomp to the arm. Sophie forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Irish whip diving underneath. Standing backflip kick. And Ibuki getting fainted by those backflips. Sophie with a standing shooting star into the pin. There's one. Ibuki kicks out. Sophie walking Ibuki to the eastern ropes, but Ibuki stepping out of the way. Sophie not really sure where she went. Ibuki with a drop kick, but Sophie with an arm drag, top rope moonsault. And Sophie heading up top, lining up. The top rope Hurricane Rana rolled up into a pin. There's one, there's two, and Ibuki kicks out. Kick right between the shoulder blades. And Ibuki with an arm drag takedown, forcing Sophie back up to her feet. And locking in the Kojai clutch, but Sophie immediately fights out. Standing shooting star again connects. Forcing Ibuki up to her feet, looking for the clothesline, but Ibuki taking her down with a backflip facebuster. And now running up top. Ibuki, cartwheel, corkscrew splash, or a corkscrew corkscrew shooting star press. Excuse me. Into the pin, but Sophie kicks out at 2. Sophie with a backbreaker on the outside. Standing shooting star again connecting. Ibuki doesn't really seem to have an answer for that aerial. Backflip senton finds its mark as Sophie heads back into the ring. And a cannonball connects along the outside. Another standing shooting star press. And another one that connects. Sophie forcing Ibuki back up to her feet, tossing her into the steel steps. And Sophie retreating back to the confines of the ring. Sophie heading up top. Arm drag from the top rope, sending Ibuki back down to the ground just as quickly, or just as soon as she got back up to her feet. Tilt-a-whirl armbar on the outside. And Ibuki rolling out. But so far, Sophie's very comfortably in the driver's seat. But Ibuki looking to turn things around, trying to make that a false statement. As she walks Sophie, trying to toss her back into the ring, but Sophie saying, "Nah, I can do it myself," and elbows out. Hurricane Rana head scissor toss. There's 6. Sophie rolling Ibuki onto her stomach. Knee breaker. There's 7. Sophie. Get back into the ring, thank you. Ibuki's in a bit of trouble, though. There's 9, and I don't think she's going to be able to get up in time, let alone get back into the ring. No, Sophie saving her. Sophie saving Ibuki from a count-out loss. Sure, it was at the cost of a failed crossbody, but Ibuki's back into the ring, and this match continues. Sophie kicking Ibuki away from her. Irish whip into the corner. Sophie chasing after her clothesline, but that's not all. Satellite DDT. And Le Pin attempt. There's 1, there's 2, and Ibuki doesn't kick out. And Humanity's Companion picking up another win and a long line of them. Definitely one of the most slept on superstars in the women's cruiserweight division. And as a result, always probably the most surprising. And now for a penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is A2. Looking to get her hands back on the championship belt, although that's got to wait until Sunday if she even participates in the in the women's Universal Championship match, which I don't see any reason why she wouldn't. And her opponent making her way to the ring with the Ultimate Coach, Nekomaru Nidai. It is the Ultimate Gymnast, Akane Owari. And referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. Surprisingly, we haven't had a match where one rushes at the other. They've all been pretty well behaved at the sound of the bell. Akane with the triple backbreaker suplexes, and again picking her up triple gut wrenching suplexes. And again, Akane double foot Pele kick. A2 back up to her feet, but Akane taking both of them down again with that spear and a sliding basement double leg drop kick. Akane forcing A2 back up and another gut wrenching suplex. And again. A2 rolling out of the way, walking Akane to the eastern ropes, turning her around and now just using the top rope as the leverage. And lining up the running double leg dropkick. Now A2 trying to choke Akane in the corner. Referee telling her to lay off. And A2 forced to comply. Now going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Akane kicks out. A2 lining up the knee to the gut, stomp to the back of the head. And again, just not giving Akane any... what's the word I'm looking for? Any good... No, not goodwill. Respect. Not giving Akane any respect. A2 with a crossbody. There's one. Akane kicks out. Now Akane taking advantage of A2's lapse in judgment. Arm drag and Akane. Moonsault, elbow drop. And the pin. There's one, and there's two, and A2 kicks out. Akane locking in the arm bar. But A2 easily overpowering her. Turning Akane around. Over the shoulders. Standing submission attempt. Power submission attempt. And just releasing Akane. Probably just doing that as a sign of strength. Heel hook. Again, just working on Akane's base. Kick to the kidneys. And now A2 lining up the finisher, but Akane elbowing out. Taking A2 down. And then A2 up to her feet in the corner, but Akane bouncing her off the turnbuckle. Setting her up. And taking her down. Akane heading up top and jumping down. Just not really liking the lack of distance that she had to A2. And A2 walking Akane over to the ropes, but Akane tossing her over the top rope. Akane rolling A2 around. And now leg lock, just putting pressure on A2's base, but A2 fights her way out quite easily, quite quickly. Referee already at a 5 count. A2 makes her way to the ring. There's 6. Akane back up to her feet after bouncing her head off the corner of the barricade. There's 7. Akane back in. And A2 putting pressure on the back of the head. Stomps. Akane probably not concussed. That didn't really look like an impact that would concuss her, but A2 making sure that she might. A2 forcing Akane back up to her feet. Irish whip. Belly to back suplex. Or German suplex, rather. And now over the shoulders. Flatliner. And A2 looking to put this one away. There's 1, there's 2, and Akane doesn't kick out. And not a bad audition for a championship match. She's gonna get the calling sooner rather than later. Absolutely. And for our main event of the evening, and our second tag team match of the evening, introducing first, it is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura, Brosona.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 282 pounds, the Creed Brothers.
And their opponents, it is Makoto Yuki and Junpei Iori. It is time for the Dark Hour.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 266 pounds, the Steiner Brothers.
Junpei and Yosuke the first in the ring as referee rings the bell. Hanamura sending Iori into a pullback knee drop and a standing middle rope moonsault. And a facebuster right off the rip. And now tagging in Narukami. Iori looking for the knees, but Narukami giving him the knees instead. Picking up by the wrist. Narukami kicking Iori in the spine. And the wrist clutch into the double knees. And now Hanamura tagged back in. Tag team attack, uppercut to the gut. And Hanamura sending Iori into the corner, pulling him away, sending him head first into the ring post, and Hanamura with a nice little bit of athleticism there, setting Iori up in the Tree of Woe. And now Makoto tagged in. Hanamura pushing Makoto's drop kick away. Iori finally outside the ring. And Hanamura with the ground and pound against Makoto, busting him open. Kick to the spine. And Narukami's back in. Makoto elbowing out. Sending Narukami into the corner and tagging in Iori. Tag team attack, double back body drop. And a running soccer ball kick. Iori forcing Narukami back up to his feet. Tossing him into the corner, tagging Makoto back in. Iori sending Narukami back into the ring. As soon as Makoto hits Hanamura with a apron back body backbreaker. And it wouldn't be a men's tag team match if there wasn't chaos. Makoto and Narukami finally making their way, or finally finding each other along the outside. Makoto chasing Hanamura. Narukami with the collar and elbow into the kicks to the chest, or into the collar grasp. Makoto trying to toss Narukami into the ring. There's a 7 count. Makoto back into the ring. Narukami chasing him, almost tripping him as he slides in. And Hanamura tagged back in. Double back body drop. Iori looking for the pin, but Hanamura playing defense, and there's another knee drop to the inside of the arm. Standing shooting star, but Makoto getting his knees up. Stomping arm breaker. And a knee right to the bridge of the nose. Makoto with a wrist clutch, kick to the chest, going for the pin. There's one. Hanamura kicks out. Makoto sending Hanamura back into the corner, tagging Iori back in. Double shoulder tackle. Narukami looking for the tag out, but Iori playing defense. Half hitch knee raises. And Iori heading up top. Narukami finally getting the tag that he needed. And Iori with the fireman combo. And just tagging in Makoto. Not really doing much after. The two protagonists in the ring yet again. Narukami with the takedown into the ground and pound. There's one. Makoto kicks out. Narukami sending Makoto into the corner. Turning him around. Narukami forcing Makoto back up to his feet again. Powerbomb in the corner, going for the pin. Iori breaks it up. But advantage Brosona as Narukami picks up Makoto, but Makoto slipping out from behind. There's an elbow saving the match. And Iori's tagged back in. Rolling elbow takedown from Narukami. But Junpei catching him. Single shoulder suplex. And again. And Iori with the three amigos. Into the pin, but Hanamura in the ring to break it up. Iori giving Hanamura a second opinion. Iori to the outside, heading up top, preventing Narukami from tagging out with an elbow drop. Middle rope crossbody, Narukami back up to his feet. Narukami tagging out. The advantage is back to even. There's a knee to the face. Iori going for the pin. There's two. Hanamura kicks out. Advantage Dark Hour. Hanamura rolling to the outside. Makoto tagged back in. Makoto with their right hands. And a rolling scoop slam. Makoto forcing forcing Hanamura back up to his feet, tagging the fireman back in. The suplex into the arm breaker, into the pin. There's one, there's two, into the win. Dark Hour picking up a win in this very contentious men's tag team division. And with that, as we watch the celebration, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Sunday, on Memorial Day Sunday, for our Extreme Rules pay-per-view event. But until then, we are signing out from Fargo, North Dakota. See ya.